We getting over this hump together. That's me, Evangelist Angie BEE, Amazon International #1 best-selling author, mother, daughter, sister, friend to some, entrepreneur. Angie BEE is a mental health advocate, a motivational speaker, an ambassador for alopecia awareness, and media personality. Hello, everyone. I am the Queen Bee, Evangelist Angie BEE, and I'm honored to be here with you, a domestic violence survivor. She has endured physical and mental trauma and shares her testimonies around the world. Recently named by Contessa's Court, Women in Business 2023, we've been over some humps. And we getting over this hump together. Let's get it started.
Getting it started. Hey everybody, it's me, Queen Bee, Evangelist Angie BEE, and I got a special guest that I can't wait to bring in. We got lots of yummy stuff to talk about. But before we get going, I just want to give a very special shout out to everybody who texted and called and serenaded and played music and sent cards. Thank you to the almost 300 people on social media who congratulated me. I'm not going to cry. Thank you for my congratulatory cards for graduation. I'm so grateful. Just so grateful. This one says, celebrating you, not just for what you achieved, but for who you are. Happy graduation to a remarkable university graduate. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, Lord. All right, so tonight, we getting over this hump together. We talk about topics that you may be dealing with. I hear the phone chiming. Y'all already sending in your text messages. If you're dealing with something, you know somebody who dealing with something, or you just thinking about something and worried about it for no reason, just, send us that message. It's at the bottom of the screen, 407-914-6519, and we generally will discuss it. We're not trying to give you solutions, but if you hear that somebody else went through what you going through and what they did to overcome it, that solution may be good for you too. So just want to let you know. All right, now bringing in my co-host for this evening, Sonia. Hey girl.
Hi. What up though?
Looking so fabulous tonight.
Thanks. Just some tossed on some beautiful jewelry from Mama Gail. About this some of her, I keep wanting to say Pandora, but that's not it.
Paparazzi.
Yeah, right. Just something a little summery,
Okay. Well, shout out to you, and I hear you did some wonderful things for Beth Eden Missionary Baptist Church recently. You want to tell everybody what happened?
So I have been trying to do several different fundraisers for the church in general, just as we are always trying to help the community in some way. So I am doing a constant shoe drive, which I've talked about on the show before, but just this past Thursday, we did a dinner fundraiser at Buddy's Pizzeria in Detroit, Michigan, 17525 Conant. They were absolutely wonderful to us. They donated 20% of our sales back to us. So in total, just with actually some small numbers, surprisingly, but hopefully it'll be better next time. But we did make about $103. And, I know that that doesn't sound like a lot, but it was literally one carry-out order and five dine-in orders. So I did speak with them about next time. I would love if we could have a QR code if they're able to accommodate that,
Wow.
because I believe that we had more carryouts than we know. So
Hmm.
since our next fundraiser is coming up this weekend, then I just want to encourage everyone to use the online codes that they give if you're ordering online and all of that. But yes, we had a great time. Beth Eden really showed out and came to Buddies and enjoyed dinner. We had fun. We had a table of family. In the middle of the restaurant, it was my parents, my daughter, and her best friend, Nevaeh.
Ah,
And then over to the right, we had one of our Minister Brenda Jackson, and her family, her one, two, three sisters. And
oh,
then at the table next to us, we had my nephew, and he had about four friends with him. So
there you go.
just in
You had a
right
few
in the center
generations
of
then.
yes,
You had
yes,
some
generations
preteens,
and iterations.
preteens, and
Yes.
some young adults, some seasoned adults.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, and me somewhere in the middle there. So yeah, we had a great time that evening. It was a wonderful opportunity that we're going to do again on September 12th. But what I loved about this one, this fundraiser with Buddies, was that it was from 11 o'clock a.m. to 9 o'clock p.m., which is their entire day. So whether you went
Wow.
for lunch or dinner or just to run in from work. So the next time I'm going to try my best to get flyers to some of the businesses in the area to ensure that our fundraiser is a little better. We made enough that I can begin buying Christmas stockings for the 560 kids that we have to
Wow.
take care of at Christmas. And
Wow.
I am just excited to keep raising money and doing what we can.
So you said this weekend, this is the flyer for this weekend. Now y'all not eating
Yes,
pizza. Y'all
yes.
going to
This
Panera.
time we are raising some dough at Panera Cafe. Yes. There is a brand new Lathrop Village, Michigan, which is a suburb of a suburb, a suburb of Southfield. It
Mhm.
is that 27777 Southfield Road? That's a lot of sevens. Yeah, I don't have my
Yeah.
glasses on.
Yeah.
So Lathrop Village, Michigan, and that is this Friday from 4 to 9. So as you're ending your workday, you're trying to figure out what you're going to have for dinner, then I encourage everyone to please stop at the Panera Cafe right there. It's brand new. It's near some
Wow.
wonderful places that you may want to stop to. There's a Ashley Stewart, a Lane Bryant, a
Oh,
Angelique's, there, and it's right across from the police station of Lathrop Village. So I encourage everyone to go in, buy a
we need two
sandwich.
cards for Ashley Stewart and everything else. Yeah,
Yes,
that you just
yes,
mentioned.
yes, definitely. Yeah, yep. I think I'm gonna stop in there and ask if I can leave some flyers. In fact, I should do that tomorrow so that they have them before Friday. But yeah, with all of these Prime Day sales going on, of course, Ashley Stewart and Lane Bryant are doing their sales too. So while
Mhm.
you go in to buy a brand new sparkly something,
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
encourage everyone to stop at Panera Bread
Mhm.
on Southfield Road in Lathrop Village. So that's here in Michigan. And
Now,
then,
now I
mhm,
know we've got. I know this flyer is just a little bit blurry, but I just want to confirm. It looks to me that it's from 4 to 8. I think
is
you
it from
said
4 to 8?
9, but
Yes,
it
it
could
did
be
say
8.
9. You're right. I believe
Yeah,
that is 8 o'clock.
yeah.
Yes.
And that's for in cafe, drive through, pickup, or delivery. You just
Yeah.
have to enter a promo code at the checkout, and
Yes, it is fund for you. So fund like FUND, the beginning part of fundraiser, the number four, and the letter U
all
at
right.
checkout. Yeah. So yeah, that
Now I just wanna thank you because I love me some Panera. If all I got is $3, I'm gonna get me that kitchen sink chocolate chip cookie.
yeah.
But I mean, some of this other stuff is just absolutely spectacular. And then you contacted me and said, well, can y'all do one for us down in Florida? And I was
Yeah.
like, sure can.
Yes, I
So,
did. Yes, I
mhm,
was. I'm very, very blessed to have family in Florida,
mhm,
and I asked them which location would be the most convenient for them, and they told me that the Orange Park location on Blanding Boulevard is the
yep,
most convenient location. So
yep,
that fundraiser will also be for Beth Eden Missionary Baptist Church here in Michigan, and that is this Saturday, July 20th. That is also
mhm.
from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. EDT. I had to ask Alexa, what is EDT? Well, what's the D stand for all of a sudden? Is it
Detroit, I guess.
today? No, it's Eastern Daylight Time. And I was like, when did it turn from Eastern Standard Time? And I can't remember what she said, but it keeps the letters
Yeah,
consistent. But anyway, so from
yeah.
4 to 8 this Saturday, July 20th, should you decide to pick up some early dinner or some late lunch from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Oh, look at those
Mhm.
sandwiches. I mean, they are just
Oh,
piled high and they have different flavors now too. But
uh-huh.
I yes, by all means, check out the Panera Cafe there in Orange Park, Florida, right there on Blanding Boulevard from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. If you mention Beth Eden Missionary Baptist Church, or if you are to order online and you use the promo code fund for you, then we will receive 20% back from Panera, as they are such a giving community. They donate their day old bread to different community projects, and they also will bring their pastries and things of that nature. And for this occasion, they are giving
Wow.
us 20% of the proceeds of
Wow.
anyone who mentions
The
Beth
fun
Eden,
for
both
you.
on Friday here in
Mhm.
Michigan and on Saturday there in Florida.
Well, I'm excited about this salad. I mean, they can keep the strawberries,
Yes.
but this
Oh my
salad.
gosh. It looks beautiful. That was just all the
Mhm.
fruit in the world there. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. So
And look,
again,
she looks
that
excited about it too. Look, it just brought up
yeah,
so happy.
little redhead, she does. So that's the 20th from 4 to 8. The address is 661 Blanding Boulevard in Orange Park. And be sure you use fund the number 4, the letter U, FUND, the number 4, the letter U at checkout. But I tell you, when I saw this bread bowl, I was like, oh,
Pour in the
delicious. I mean, I'll
yes.
get some soup just to bring it home and freeze it for days when sinus infections and viruses and sore throats and stuff pop up.
Yes.
Panera got something
Yes.
for all year round, don't they?
Yes. I mean the soup with the uh bread bowls and a salad if you need it, or a nice hearty sandwich. They've got macaroni and cheese now, I hear, and just a more extensive menu, cookies.
Mhm.
They're wonderful. Cinnamon bagel, and their flavored cream cheeses. I mean, and then they have the Green Goddess smoothies. It
Oh,
just goes on and on. Coffee any
mm.
time of the day. They are just jack of all trades over there at Panera Cafe. So I encourage you to definitely check it out.
Well, I definitely salute you for what you have done. It probably was not easy trying to figure out who to contact and how to do it. And these flyers are all so nice. So congratulations. And I'm going to put up our donation image just in case you're not in Florida or you're not in Michigan and you cannot go to Panera. Please use the QR code that is now on the screen. Send a cash app to $evangelist Angie BEE. And in the notes section, just put church fundraiser, or you could put Beth Eaton fundraiser, but we'll receive it and we will pass it along. And you will get your 501c3 nonprofit charitable donation letter.
Yes, yes,
So
it is definitely. We are a nonprofit recognized by the IRS. We are a faith-based entity. We've been around for 60 years, and annually we adopt one classroom and one teacher along with their families for Christmas. But this year, I have made a commitment that we, Beth Eaton, will adopt the entire school of Mary McLeod Bethune Elementary School, K through 8. And they are located on Puritan in Detroit, Michigan. And I have just a special love for that school. My pastor went to that elementary school. That is his foundation. And we, for 3 years now, have blessed, like I said, one class. And it's always sad to walk in our Santa hats and with all of these gifts, and you just see all of the other kids looking like, oh, wow. And, we're not able to do for them. So we really would like to give everyone.
That's going to be heartbreaking.
Yeah, I would think it would be really, really rough on kids. In fact, last year, we had some wonderful little boys who were in second grade. We were going to a third grade class, and they said, do you need help? And they went out, and, remember, this is in December, so it's cold. It was snowing, and I had to remind them, hey, go get your jackets. They came and helped me and my crew bring in the gifts, and they were just like, oh wow, do you have anything extra? And I did have some extra candy, so I gave them some candy, which they were very grateful for. So we are just believing God that we can take care of that entire school, even if it's just one gift for each child. And I believe we can do it. I really do. I mean, this is a start from this was a beginning venture in terms of doing a fundraiser where we partnered with a restaurant, but now we're going to do Panera, like I said, Tropical Smoothie, which is where my wonderful nephew Jalen works. We are going to do one there at some point in August. I'm just not sure when. I have to look at some dates. But there are so many restaurants that will give back to you. I'm working through Group Raise, which is a company that I found in terms of fundraising, and they have told me about so many different restaurants. Pokey, which I've never had before. Krispy Kreme, which gives 50% of your sales back to you.
Wow.
But yeah, I haven't delved into that. I think I'm going to introduce that to my pastor, who is the new COO of Highland Park school system. So I think that I may speak with him and see if maybe this year, as he starts the year in September, maybe he'll want to buy some some Krispy Kreme for his new employees, his new board, and we cross streams a little bit.
Wow.
So
Well, let
Yeah.
me just give a quick shout out to Sister Yvonne Brooks. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. Do you hear what this lovely saint is talking about? She is raising money to be able to give Christmas gifts to an entire school, an entire elementary school, and started appropriately enough earlier in the summer, sending out letters. I got a copy of the letter. It talked about approximately how many students, how many staff, how I mean, it was just wonderful. And now I'm seeing 2 or 3 restaurants a month. You already did pizza. Now you're about to do Panera in 2 states.
Right.
Who does that? Who does a fundraiser in 2 different states?
Yeah.
And then as I send people the flyer, they don't even care who Beth Eaton is. They just look at, oh, Panera.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I encourage people to look at what is going on. You're right, Sister Yvonne. It's absolutely amazing. Can you imagine it? And so we've already, Sonia has already raised $100. We're hoping to match that and then some this weekend here in Orange Park, Florida. We're gonna compete with y'all up there. We're gonna raise most. We're gonna raise most.
Okay, all right. There's a challenge. I've got to say, there's a challenge on the floor here between the 313 and the 407. You all have a lot of area codes there. 407.
It's the 904, child.
904. Okay, all right. Yeah. So Michigan versus Florida with Panera Cafe. I am encouraging all of my, Michigan people. If you are anywhere in the vicinity of Southfield, Michigan, Southfield Road, the Lathrop Village location, and also if you are in Orange Park, let's see what you got. Let's see what you got there over there on Blanding. Yep, 27777 Southfield Road and Lathrop Village. That is where we will be from 4 to 8 on Friday, July 19th, which is just in a couple of days. You can drive through and you can pick up, or you can even have it delivered.
Or you can stop by July 20th from 4 to 8 on Blanding Boulevard, pick you up some sandwiches for the work week, put them in some Ziploc, or pick you up some soup and freeze it. Because, right around the corner, somebody gonna have the sniffles, somebody ain't gonna feel like cooking nothing, and you already got it. And then you got your 501c3 charitable donation letter.
Yeah.
Who goes out to eat and then comes back and it's a tax write-off. So there we go. There we go.
Yes.
There we go. Now, Sonia, we got a couple of other quick things that we got to talk about, and then I want to introduce you to one of our newest sponsors. You're gonna love her. You're gonna love her. But shout out to Katina Rice Davis. She is our newest completed audiobook, and last week she was my guest. How to Find Yourself During Loss and Flourish in Singlehood. She shared her testimony of being a young mother and losing her husband to a massive heart attack while he was a truck driver on the road in Michigan, of all places. So not only was he not home, but she had to hear about it from the police. And her story is riveting. So it is now available in audiobook. Please get in touch with her and tell her I said thank you for being a guest last week, because that story has just resonated with me all week long. Just thank you. And then there is another school supply drive presented by the Bearded Villains of Jacksonville. We all know some bearded people in Jacksonville. The QR code is now on the screen if you'd like to make a donation. They are collecting school supplies until the end of this month, July 31st. So if you're watching this and it's not the month of July 2024, just hit the QR code. They'll always be accepting donations for either their food drive once a month or next year's back to school. But what they need are pencils, 3-ring notebooks, rulers, clear backpacks, any and all of those things. Now, if you are in Jacksonville, they've got 2 drop-off locations. One is Mama Tried Barbershop. I guess Mama Tried ain't working on them beards, but they, that barbershop is 3115 Beach Boulevard in Jacksonville. And then Axe Champs. That's where they go to take them axe and throw them across the room and try not to decapitate each other. 1034 Edgewood Avenue South in Jacksonville. And we definitely want to be a blessing and try to help the students. Again, I am a youth evangelist. My goal is to help students any way possible. So if the Bearded Villains are raising school supplies and Beth Eden Missionary Baptist Church is trying to get Christmas donations together, I'm all for supporting it. I'm all for supporting it.
I wonder, by any chance, will any of the Bearded Villains be at Panera on Saturday? Because maybe they could collect some supplies there if people want to bring them to that location.
You know Saturday. What? I think you need to get in touch with Swan and suggest that to him. Because if I ask him to do one more thing, he's gonna be looking at me cross-eyed. But maybe not you. Maybe not you.
Maybe not. I will see about it.
We got a message that came in from Colors. You remember meeting Colors when we were in Michigan a couple years ago?
I do.
And so I'm sending her the Panera Bread flyer, and she's basically like, "What's up? What's up?" So I've truly been texting the flyer to a lot of people, and they seem to be excited about it.
I appreciate that. I really do. One of the great things about these fundraisers is that it's not coming out of your pocket. You already were going to eat. So, why not eat and do a donation at the same time? And that's what I love about the Buddies, and also now Panera and Tropical Smoothie. I have to look at their parameters, but that is one thing that I like. Just like Kroger. I know you guys have Kroger in Florida
delivery.
Now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you have delivery only. Okay. Here in Michigan, we have Kroger as a freestanding grocery store, everywhere, just like you all have Publix. And we, Beth Eden, are part of their community giving programs. So if you go and buy groceries from Kroger and you have designated Beth Eden as your charity, then they give something like 1 to 3%, something like that, of your grocery bill. So that stacks up too. If you have spent $100, which takes no time at this point in this inflationary period, then then Kroger donates back to us. So that's also something that has been just an ongoing thing. We'll get a check every quarter or so for $50 or something from Kroger. Yeah. So
nice. And we did just get a question that came in. How did you think of this as a fundraiser? I've been trying to figure this out for a long time. How did you think of this as a fundraiser for your church, Sonia?
So quite frankly, I wanted to think of something, because as I've been collecting these shoes, and that has truly been a labor of love, and now I have a van that is just full of shoes in the back, but I do love that those shoes are being refurbished and sent to third world countries for people, families, children, for people who don't have the shoes that we have. So even my pastor happened to mention Sunday that we're blessing people just far and wide who don't even know our names, but they have our shoes. And so I wanted to think of some fundraisers where people feel like they are receiving something for their donation. And I started thinking about restaurants and how people eat. People want to go and eat. So I started
Mhm.
looking into some different restaurants to see if there were any that didn't necessarily hand out a check or gift cards, but that will partner with us. And like I said, I came across, the first one was Buddy's, and then Panera was the next one. And I've just been looking at different ones since then, because quite frankly, everyone wants to get something for what they give.
Yes.
It's just
Yes.
human nature.
Yes. Yes. Now, I do want to thank you for getting this fundraiser started as early as you did. I heard from someone last week, just after the 4th. So last week, and they wanted to try to put together a fundraiser in August for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, we'll help you, but we got to be realistic. We got to contact companies so they have time to
Mm-hmm.
get a donation together rather than just pulling stuff off the shelf or throwing something together.
Yeah.
And so let's do a push and see what you can do, a letter writing campaign, something in July.
Yeah.
Don't start in August,
Right.
folks. So I'm very proud of you, because it was like
Thank you.
June and you were like, I got this letter. Take a look at it.
Yeah, I did start that. I have a wonderful graphic artist, Elder Andrell Williams. I contacted him in May and said, you know what, I want to start in June. So
Mm-hmm.
will you make me a 2024 flyer with
Mm-hmm.
just the information about us collecting for the children? And I said, because I am a big procrastinator, and I know that about myself. So I have been very guilty of waiting until October and then reaching out to companies. Hey, can you send us? And they're like, what? This is the third quarter of the year. We've
Right.
already earmarked
Right.
all our money,
Right.
so it's summer, and definitely people aren't necessarily thinking about the holidays, but you should, because with Prime Days, these are the times that
Mhm.
you should be buying gifts, while
Mhm.
they're on great sales. And
Mhm.
and for me, I am thinking about those kids at
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
elementary school. Yeah.
Yeah, and we have to, and that's what the church is supposed to do. Widows and orphans and kids that really, it's not their fault. It's not like they got into a fight and they in juvenile detention, or it's they're just trying to go to school and not feel out of place.
Right.
And so I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm
Thank you.
proud of
And I definitely, when you say that about it's not their fault, just in circling back to your guest of last week, I can so relate to her being a single mother and losing the father of my daughter when she was just 2 years old to stomach cancer. And it definitely is a devastating thing to have to go through. And I've often wondered, what is harder, to have someone linger and pass
you.
away after a long illness, or to have someone go quickly,
Mhm.
like your guest of last week, like her husband did. And I mean, it hurts both ways. It hurts. You either get to say goodbye 1,000 times, or you don't
Woo.
say goodbye.
Mm. Mm-mm.
There are times that I know last year we had a lot of mothers who were just in tears, just
Mhm.
thank
Mhm.
you. I couldn't do anything for my children
Mhm.
this year.
Mhm.
Whatever it is you got them, if it was a spoon, thank you.
The
And
moms in ministry was at an all-time low last year. I mean, we had people that needed their utility bills paid. We had one woman who lost her husband. He had already been applying for disability, and then he passed away right before, I think, the child's birthday. Or I mean, it was just, and I'm not saying that it's all the economy, but it's the economy. It's
right,
bad. It's
right.
bad.
Yeah.
And we as the moms in ministry can only do so much, but I am truly grateful to have people that make these donations, just like the QR code that I got up on the screen right now. You guys have been making donations. You can earmark it for Beth Eden Missionary Baptist Church, or you can earmark it for Moms in Ministry, or you can let us know how you want us to use it. This weekend, we're in full fundraising mode. We're going to be raising funds for on the 19th for, and I probably will go live on the 19th. So if you want to chime in from Panera and let us know how y'all doing. It ain't gonna make a difference because on the 20th we gonna outdo you anyway. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, so we got some sponsors. I got to tell you, I got to throw these in here. So we'll be back in just a little bit. You guys.
All right. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time zone it is for you. My name is Terrell Duckworth. I'm an independent associate with Legal Shield. I retired from the military after 23 years of serving in the United States Air Force. And I started working with a company called Legal Shield. And the reason why I'm here today is I just wanted to let you know what we offer. A lot of people know the name, but they haven't seen the information. So one of the first things I always share with people is it gives you the ability to talk to an attorney without worrying about that high hourly cost. And it's affordable, not just to people individually, but to even small business owners. So what we like to do is share and educate you on why so many people are taking advantage of our services, from getting contracts reviewed, to getting your last will and testament done, your will, your living will, your healthcare power of attorney, and those things. We also help if you are that person that has a heavy foot. And then the last thing I like to share with people on our legal plan is we have a 24/7 coverage, because we know that people get in situations where they wish they wouldn't be and engaging with law enforcement, and you can pick the phone and enforce your rights right on the spot. Now, for you small business owners, we love to help you out. Look, we're not trying to get rid of the legal services that you already have, but we want to show you a more affordable way to deal with debt collection, contract review. Maybe you got employee situations you need help with. But the bottom line is we have a lot of services we can offer you at an affordable rate. If you get a hold of me, my information is below, duckworth29@gmail.com, or my website's below. It's too long the name, so please look at below. Or you can contact me on my cell phone, 757-344-5496. And I would like to say this. We are looking for more people to help us out and spread the word, meaning you can do what I do, make a living while making a difference. My name's Terrell Duckworth. Thank you so much for listening to my information. And I turn it back over to you, my good friend, Miss Angie BEE.
I am in my happy place, and I've got Georgia on my mind. Save the date. It's time to shine at the 8th annual Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Beauty Bazaar and Weekend Retreat. Join us September 19th through the 22nd, 2024 in historic St. Mary's, Georgia. A fundraiser for the National Alopecia Areata Foundation, spreading awareness and acceptance. Follow us on Facebook, Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Beauty Bazaar. Our host hotel this year is the Shore Stay Plus by Best Western, St. Mary's, Cumberland. Weekend retreat activities include the Friday Fun Photo Shoot, picnic lunch back at the hotel, and the Royal Blue Beauty Bazaar Fashion Show takes place on Saturday. For more information, call 407-914-6519. That's 407-914-6519. I'm in my happy place. Come join me.
What's up, everybody? The Dental Diva here to talk about stain.
It's time for the Dental Diva.
Do you have stain? Is it a problem for you? I'm going to give you some tips on how to reduce that stain. Stain can be caused by a number of different things. It can be from your beverages you're drinking, like coffee or tea or wine, or even the foods we may eat, like blueberries. When stain sticks to the teeth, it makes the surface of your tooth very rough. When something is rough, it makes more plaque adhere to that. Think about a snowball effect. Once the plaque hardens into tartar, then more stain adheres to that, and that causes more plaque, and then tartar on top of that. And before you know it, you have stain on your teeth that cannot be removed with your toothbrush. What can you do then to reduce the amount of stain? I tell my patients, if they're going to drink coffee or tea or eat some sort of food that causes stain, try to brush after you're eating that food or beverage. Even rinse if possible. If you're drinking something, try to drink through a straw and be done with it at that setting. Do not sip on it all day long. Always make sure you're brushing your teeth twice a day also. Coming in every 6 months for your cleanings. There are some bleaching agents on the market that can help with your stain.
Contact Lynn Weaver, the Dental Diva, at smartsmilesllc@gmail.com. Invited you to save the date for the 8th annual Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Beauty Bazaar and Weekend Retreat coming to St. Mary's, Georgia. Yep, the phones are ringing. Come shop with our vendors, Unique Creations, Ms. Walker with Mary Kay Cosmetics, and many more. We're excited to introduce you to our featured fashion show designer. Affordable airport transportation is being provided by Towns Enterprise Services, LLC, and our premier sponsor is returning to teach us about AMBA. Special guest performance by T-Horn the Uncool.
You got your eyes on me, I can see them. I like you on Facebook, but I can delete you. I put you on a block list, I keep nothing secret, so now I gotta choose what kind of meal I want to feed you, boy.
Get your tickets today for only $10. Send a cash app to 407-914-6519. That's 407-914-6519 for the cash app. Or come on out and join us. 407-914-6519. I see you looking.
I see you looking. I see you looking. I'm so excited about the 8th annual Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Beauty Bazaar in St. Mary's, Georgia. Oh, I cannot wait. And I can't wait to bring Sonia back in. Hey, girl. Hey.
So,
You
you
learned
know, this is a spectacular time. I mean, it's July. You could raise some money if you did a couple of fundraisers at some of these restaurants, Angie. It's just something to think about. You don't have to be a nonprofit.
You don't? Oh.
No, because they host fundraisers like this for baseball teams, and you don't have to be a church or anything like that. It's just
okay.
What they do, especially with Panera, is just all about the community.
I will definitely check it out. Because now I'm going to tell you this. You can't tell nobody else. Okay. You can't tell nobody else.
All
but
right.
we finally have the location for next summer's camp for the kids with alopecia and their whole family. It's a family camp. The parents can't just drop their kids off. It's a camp for the whole family, right?
Yeah.
It's at a campground in Georgia, Crooked River State Park. So there's like a place for them to go check out the animals. They put on their binoculars and go see some. They can go fishing. They can do all this. They just can't tease the kids and the adults that ain't got no hair. That's just it. So the whole
the animals can't, or who can't tease them? It won't be the animals can't tease them, because it wouldn't be the other kids, because they all suffer from the same affliction, right? I'm just saying.
But if families that have hair want to come, we're not going to discriminate.
Oh, okay, all right.
We're still spreading alopecia awareness, and we baldies are aware. It's just y'all hairy people that don't know nothing.
Oh, yeah, pretty hairy, yeah.
So
I got a hairy daughter.
Well, I'm just saying, and she still don't know what to do with it. Look at this hair; it's so much of it. I remember that.
So much of it, yeah.
So we're looking at July. We're looking at that third weekend in July, right after the 4th, right after Essence, and it's going to be right about the 18th, 19th, 20th. So I know we got July 22nd in there. We'll talk more about it, but I think it'll just be a wonderful experience for families that, one, don't have a family reunion, and two, it's going to be affordable. It's only going to be $100 per family. And we already got activities packed for Friday and Saturday and Sunday before they leave. So I just want everybody to save the date. We're going to add more information later on. But, the kids can't come to the September alopecia awareness events because of school, Right. So we wanted to do something in the summer, not in June. Parents still trying to, just go on in your room. We ain't got, it's just been a minute. But don't want to do August, because if you're not back in school, family getting ready for school. So that's kind of what we're looking at, and we're excited about it. We're excited. Okay, one more thing, and then I'll let you get out of here. We do have, let me see where that other question went. We do have another question about family junk. And some of these questions kind of come in, and I only know how to express them because I've prayed over them, but this is summertime. And a parent chimed in to say, this is the first summer of joint custody. My son is with his dad this summer, and I miss him so much. How do you cope? And so, do you have any experiences, or anybody that's been dealing?
I do.
And you ain't got to call no names.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, because I was about to. I definitely cannot relate, because my daughter's father, as I mentioned before, passed away when she was 2 years old. However, I encourage that mother to think about the wonderful experiences that the other parent is giving for their child. And also, I was blessed one summer right before COVID that my big sister Angie BEE took my daughter for the summer.
I snatched her up.
Yes, snatched her up, tossed her on a plane, and took her from me. And it's just something, because in the beginning, I remember telling people, "Oh my God, I miss her. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm not doing." And then one day, one of my dear friends here said to me, "This is your time to remember yourself." And I spread that same message back to the person who just asked that question, because we as parents at times lose ourselves, and we forget that it does take a village to raise a child. So I just encourage you to not focus on the missing, but to focus back on yourself, and just remember that they're having a great time. They're having a great time. I mean, my daughter, as much as she called me every night, "I just can't get to sleep without you. Oh my God, Auntie didn't let me have this and that and that." But during the day, she was at the beach. She was at the grocery store in her pajamas. She was playing with her Legos in the middle of the living room. She was having a great time. So I just say to you, my sister that sent that message, just remember yourself. Get back to remembering your spirit. Go to the movies by yourself. Go to a restaurant that doesn't have McNuggets. Go watch a movie, even if it's on Netflix, that isn't PG or G rated. I know it hurts. I know that it's difficult, but by the time you stop mourning what will be returning, it'll be time for school again. It'll be time for school, and then you'll wish, "Gosh, I wish I had taken that minute and had some wine and fell asleep." But I'm just saying, it's some things that we as parents put to the wayside sometimes,
We sure
because we
do.
want to be wonderful parents and concentrate on our children, but we can lose ourselves.
We sure do. That was incredible, Sonia. I'm very proud of you because one, you remembered that I snatched up my niece for a summer.
How could I forget? How could I forget? It was
And
hard.
two, I can tell your comment came from a place of love, not just the pain of it, because I went through that for years. Every summer my kids were gone and I didn't have somebody to tell me find myself. It's just a grieving process. And then 2 days after they got back, I was like, oh my God, it's so much. And how come, they can't go when it's the everyday of going to school? And how come I don't get the vacation during Christmas and stuff? So finally, I just compromised. I was like, here, y'all go every Christmas. Because then I ain't got to worry about your presents. Then you got
Right.
grandparent presents, auntie presents.
Mhm.
Okay, go every Christmas, and then we'll figure it out. And it gave me kind of some control over it. It wasn't like, oh, I've got to lose them every other holiday and okay, go ahead, go for Thanksgiving if you want to. The less that I got to do.
Mhm.
So try
And
to
it definitely it can feel like, oh, I'm going to be alone for Thanksgiving, but maybe you want to have a hamburger for Thanksgiving instead of just making a full
girl,
turkey. And
a bowl of that
those,
Panera soup.
yeah, and that bread bowl. But the years go by so fast, and before you know it, this won't even be an issue. So, just enjoy and just remember yourself. That's my advice.
Amen. Amen. Well, our show has ended for tonight. I appreciate you for being my co-host, my guest, my baby sister. Thank you for putting up with me.
Stop calling
And
out the baby anymore. Fran is the baby.
you will always be the baby that I got to drop on the head.
Oh my God. And you're always going to tell that story.
You get to drop Fran on her head. Okay, so once again, this Friday, July 19th from 4 to 8, go to Lathrop Village, 27777 Southfield Road in Michigan. You can do in the cafe, the drive-through, the pickup, or the delivery. Just be sure when you check out, you use, what's that promo code, Sonia?
Funds
Fund
for
yeah.
you. Fund for you. FUND, like fundraiser, the number 4 and the letter U. Use that if you are ordering online for carryout or if you are ordering delivery.
And then on the 20th, we're doing it on 661 Blanding Boulevard in Orange Park from 4 to 8. I'm going to be checking out the salads. I need you, if you're packing lunches for the week for you or whosoever, come get you these sandwiches, wrap them in some plastic, and there you go. You set for the week. And like we said, that soup in that bread bowl looks like it's an all-around favorite. Now, also, we're doing the fundraiser for the Bearded Villains of Jacksonville. Their QR code is on the screen. Or for more information, you can follow their Instagram, Bearded Villains _ Jacksonville. They've also got a link tree, Bearded Villains Jacksonville. So just contact them and tell them that Swan's mother-in-law said hello. Tell them Swan's mother-in-law said hello. And finally, I need to put up our silent auction letter. We are now requesting items or gift cards for our silent auction. The silent auction takes place in the middle of the Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Beauty Bazaar on September 21st. We will be in St. Mary's, Georgia. Proceeds from the silent auction are donated to the National Alopecia Areata Foundation, NAAF.org, another 501c3 nonprofit organization. And your silent auction contributions and your sponsorship, all that is a tax deduction. So the QR code for this is on the screen. We need your donations no later than September 10th so that they can be organized. You can send an email to Garver Institute at yahoo.com. They are our silent auctioneers. Garver Institute at yahoo.com. Just send them a description of your item and they'll make arrangements to pick it up. Or you can use the QR code, make a donation through the Cash App. Or you can always give us a call at 407-914-6519. That's 407-914-6519. Thank you to everybody that sent in their questions and their requests. Somebody just said, do you still need volunteers? Yes, we still need volunteers for the Beauty Bazaar. If your organization wants to come out, yes, you will get free admission for you and 10 people to come in. So you can volunteer and bring your whole family and they can enjoy the show. And I want you to know how important that is for us. We do need volunteers, and we still need men. We still looking for our model man. The men are going to be escorting our models during the fashion show, just extending an arm and allowing them to walk out for just a little bit. If you are a model man, you also get 10 free admission tickets, so you can bring your whole family to see you get all dressed up and walk around. You also get free admission to the weekend retreat. That means you get to go to the photo shoot on Friday. You get free lunch at the pool party Friday afternoon. And we just added, Sonia, did I tell you what we just added to the Beauty Bazaar?
No.
Girl, we just added a movie night.
Oh.
It's going to be Friday night after the Beauty Bazaar. And I'm so excited about it. It's going to be an award-winning independent filmmaker. She's got 2 20-minute short films. And she's going to debut them at the Beauty Bazaar at 7 p.m.
Wow, that's awesome.
I know. One is called Delicious. If not for the Lord, where would I be? And the other is Walking in the Spirit. Now, this is the best part. You pay $10 to come to the movie. And you get to stay for the movie and you get a treat. So I need to get in touch with that Detroit popcorn place that you always talking about, Sonia.
Oh, yeah.
And see if they'll hook us up with some popcorn. But this is one treat included with admission. It's going to be in the same location as the Beauty Bazaar and Sister Batten Productions. Sister Batten films are just phenomenal. I mean, almost anybody can find something that they can relate to within the movie. And I'm excited. She's in Jacksonville. She's an author. I learned about her when she came to our Kingsland, Georgia book signing. She's just exciting. You ever met somebody that was just exciting and full of life?
Yes.
That's just Tina Batten. And so this is our final commercial for the night, and then we're going to let you get out of here. But this is it.
The annual Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Weekend Retreat includes a special double feature movie experience by Sister Batten Productions. For your viewing pleasure, she will provide 2 award-winning short films from her collection. First up is If Not for the Lord, Where Would I Be? Delicious episode. Followed by Walking in the Spirit. Ticket price of $10 includes a special treat. There will be a Q&A after each presentation. Send your Cash App to $ Evangelist Angie BEE. Call 407-914-6519.
Be brave enough to make some positive changes that will improve the quality of your life for the better.
407-914-6519.
Girl, we having movies at the beauty bazaar.
Wow.
And she will travel. So I know Beth Eden got a nice big sanctuary and an even bigger fellowship hall. So when y'all ready, we come up there with some popcorn and some movies. So I'm
Sounds
excited
good to
about
me.
that.
Sounds good to me. By then we'll have some air conditioning and we'll be ready for it. So that sounds great.
All right, all right. I'm gonna let you get out of here. Please give my love to my brilliant niece. And if it's the Lord's will, we'll be back. We'll see you on Friday. I'll check in with you from Panera and we'll go live and see how things are going Saturday. Thank you, honey.
Okay. All right. See you later.
Good
Bye.
night.
Good night.